This is a review of set 4980 Tunnel Transport from the Rock Raiders line. It was released in the year 1999 and retailed for $50, and according to the box is 349 pieces. This is another set that I'm lucky enough to have the box for, so we have the box art up front here, and it's quite a large box. And just like we saw with the Chrome Crusher, it has this flap that flips up here, and as you can see I do have the cardboard insert in here, so I'm able to store the set in here, and it's able to keep the box in much nicer condition than the Chrome Crusher one was in. We have the same kind of stuff that we've seen on all the other boxes on the side here. Nothing really too special. That side's a little torn up. And then on the back, as always, we have our alternate builds. And again, these ones are kind of just crazy, a little bit all over the place like the Chrome Crusher builds. But we're mainly interested in the primary model, so let's go ahead and jump to building. So here we have the completed set, and first we're going to take a look at our minifigures. First up we have Jet, and again we've seen her before, and it makes sense that she is included in this set as she is the pilot for the Rock Raiders. Again, I like her blue jumpsuit as well as the mask. She's just a very cool figure. And then our second figure is Dox. I like his neck bandana there and his goggle printing on his head. And his military style beret in dark gray is cool as well. And looking at the set itself, it's actually a lot better than I remember it. As you can see, it's quite large compared to the minifigures here, and it's just a very unique look with a lot of play functions, so let's get into that. First we have this little drill vehicle, and I like this one a lot, and that's probably because it was in the Rock Raiders game, but it's just got a small seat here with two chainsaws on the front, with a control panel on the side, and then it's got this tipper in the back that actually does hinge down, and has the Rock Raiders logo in there. Kind of similar to the Rapid Rider, except this one is designed for land. And then the tunnel transport itself has a really cool helicarrier style design. Looks very futuristic. Reminds me of something you'd see in Halo, like the Pelican or something like that. I really like these horizontal propellers here on either side, two of each. And then the best feature, and the reason it lives up to its name as the tunnel transport, is because it actually has a magnetic clasp on the underside here that can attach to this bucket. And inside the bucket we've got our classic boulders with energy crystals, except this time the set comes with 2, whereas every set before has only had 1. And we have the same dynamite assembly that we saw in the Chrome Crusher. Again, this time we get 2 of them, which is awesome. I love these things. And you might have noticed earlier this drill vehicle also has a magnet, so you can carry it there as well when you need to bring in some new supplies or new gear back to the base or back to where you were mining. And the last hidden build for this set is this deployable hover scout in the back here. It's a little bit chunkier than the hover scout that we saw that came with just Jet, the first set in the line, but it still serves its purpose. And I do like that on this base piece here they have this printing. For some reason this set is the only one in the line to do that, even though they use this piece multiple times throughout the line. And then up front we have the cockpit with 2 of the cave printed slopes, the ones that we've seen throughout this line, as well as a generic control panel. And then tons of tools. We've got a radio on each side here. And then in the back we've also got a buzzsaw, a pickaxe, and then another buzzsaw and a jackhammer. And then one thing that I really like about the set is that they did not at all skimp out on printed pieces. Just counting here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then moving to the side builds, 16, 17, 18, 19, I believe, if my count is correct there, which is quite a lot of printed pieces. Adjusted for inflation, the set would have retailed for $78.02. However, current used prices have it at a much more reasonable $60.55. And while I still wouldn't say it's my favorite set from the Rock Raiders line, it definitely is unique, and it is the biggest flying vehicle, and you could arguably say the only flying vehicle since the Hover Scout kind of just hovers. I would say my one complaint with this set is a similar one that I had with the Chrome Crusher, in that, adjusted for inflation, this is almost an $80 set, and it only has 2 minifigures. I mean, you've got a ton of places where other minifigures could go. There's definitely room in the cockpit here. There's also room on the back here to have another minifigure on there, and they could man all 3 or 4 stations at once. So I think comfortably they could have thrown another 3rd minifigure in here, maybe even done a little side build, sort of like the Hover Scout had, where you could have another minifigure back at the base. I am glad that they gave us 2 of the boulders and dynamite builds, but again, I think that they could have done with at least 1 more minifigure, maybe even 2. But as it stands, for $60, I feel like this is a reasonable price for this set. It's far less than its inflated cost, and it does feel like a $50 to $60 set even still. So if this vehicle interests you and you find it for about that price, I'd say go ahead and pick it up. Anyways, those are my thoughts. Thanks for watching.